DNVR Avalanche Podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boosts every single day. We're going to start this one off with a pick of the week from DraftKings. I'm going to ask both of you.
Walk on a walk.
I'm going to put you on the spot.
Walk on a walk.
What happens first? A hundo or 50?
Oh, 50.
Hundo.
All right.
50.
There
it's
you
gonna
go.
happen at the same time.
The same play.
But
the same play.
Mikko will win.
Simultaneously.
Mikko will win because he scores the goal. So it's
Well,
he
would be the last.
It'd be the other way around.
Because MacKinnon touched it first.
MacKinnon made it. Yeah.
So there you go. You can pick Blaze, you can pick AJ. You go either way. MacKinnon get 100, Mikko get 50. If you really want to go in, bet on both. Why not? Jump in on it. DraftKings.
True that.
You can go over there, bet on whatever you want. When you use the DNVR code and you sign up, you bet $5 on anything. You get $150 in free bets just for putting the bet down. You don't have to get it right. And then you can bet that on whatever suits your fancy on DraftKings, whether it be combat juggling or jiu-jitsu car fighting. Doesn't matter. They've got it over at DraftKings. You must be 21 or older, Colorado only. Other terms, restrictions, and conditions apply. See the show notes down below for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. And it's all void in Ohio. I'm not drinking warm Jaeger, so I'm going to trust you, chat, to get us to 100 likes. And we're going to do these Dr. W shots.
Yeah, let's go.
Even Tiff's got one off camera. I know y'all can't see it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Dr.
Walk on a
Dubs. It's a fun win tonight, chat. I like this one.
Fuck Dallas.
Hey, that comes from a guy who lived in Texas.
That's how you know I mean it. That's how you know I've been there.
Technically, I'm also from Texas.
Very technically.
I'm derailing us immediately, but I promise we'll talk about things for real in 1 minute. Who's more from Texas, you or me?
Me.
I also agree.
Yeah.
But a lot of people in Colorado would not.
Yeah.
I get called not a native a lot.
So do I. I also have people that work really hard to try and make me feel like that, like I am one. And I'm like, look.
Dallas Stars, first team I ever loved.
It's true because
different team, but yeah.
they were a little different in that form, though.
Your version of the Dallas Stars doesn't have a Stanley Cup either.
No, and it had an N, North Stars.
Yeah. But that's okay. We all make mistakes in our lives. So
Not a native.
Technically, I'm not a native either, even though I consider myself one.
I was flying out of DEI. We're getting sidetracked real fast here. Real fast.
Get into the 60-second rundown. Let's talk about this hockey game. I don't think the first period was a great period, but it definitely qualifies as good enough for Colorado. Any period you come out of a lead in, you're not going to complain about. Look, Nathan MacKinnon is a baller. He showed it tonight. Scores the Avs' first goal. Because do you wish you were a little bit taller? Mm-hmm. Shot caller?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that I am.
If you had a girl, you'd call her?
I do call her pretty regularly.
Second period, it was a little bit sketchy at times. It did feel like the Avs weren't playing their best game, but they were able to get a 2-goal lead doing what they need to do. Logan O'Connor beating Jake Ottinger clean, baby. You love to see it. The Avs do give one back that you don't love on a silly, silly penalty. We'll talk about it. But they get it back at the end of the period on their own power play because Nathan MacKinnon's just better than you, bro. Get out of his way. Third period, honestly, they do a great job. They do give up one sketchy goal, but it was goalie interference. So, sucks to suck Dallas. The rest of it was pretty much gravy from there. The Avs locked it down, pick up a couple of empty netters, live the dream.
Bunch of fantasy playoff matchups getting decided by crap in Colorado.
Sounds about right.
Garbage time goals. Let's go.
Gets you to your 5-2 final. Let's roll it back to the start of the game here.
Don't love it.
This first, do you live with it or do you want better from Colorado?
I always want better.
Okay, fair. If this was a playoff game and that period ends 1-0, are you happy or are you saying you're scared?
It's 1-0, baby. I'm happy.
Okay. Blaze, we've seen this from the Avalanche over a handful of games. You haven't loved their starts particularly against good teams lately. Is this a, hey, it's time to start fixing this, or is this a, you know what, they worked through it, it's fine?
I mean, you've got to fix it going into the playoffs. You can't start slow. Tonight, again, it wasn't the best first period, but, you're 1-0, like you said, AJ. Like, can't be displeased about that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. It's easy to feel good tonight. I'll put it that way.
It is easy to feel good tonight.
The parade to the box was a little weird for the Avs there.
A little frustrating, but
yeah.
It's the kind of adversity that this team has put themselves in and fought through all year. And I think that's where I feel
appreciate
encouraged
the
about
fight
that,
for
is
sure.
that
Yeah,
they were in some tough spots, and they came up with some big plays and big moments.
Yep.
Obviously, you don't love the goal that you give up there, and ultimately they end up giving up 2 power play goals.
yep.
And statistically, you'll look at it and be like, "Ugh, I don't like that." But the one that they actually score is at the end of that thing. Like, you've done all the work there. You've right at the end of killing it. And a puck that they just throw in front of the net ends up on a stick on the back door and literally like trickles in on you. You don't feel. I don't feel bad about that. I'm not looking at that like, oh, you gotta let's work on this on video.
The solution there is don't take a penalty in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Very briefly, I do want to talk about the penalties. I don't think the refs were that bad tonight, for the record.
Yeah. After the goalie interference call, we're straight.
Yeah.
It's all good, baby.
2 things I want to touch on. 1, Mikko, you got to stop talking to the refs, man.
Yeah.
It's got to stop.
Yeah.
And
I can't believe we're still having this conversation. Yep. He's gotten unsportsmanlike conducts for chirping at refs, and I don't know.
You've created a situation for the refs are now looking for his number.
Yep.
They are looking for a reason to put him in the penalty box.
That boarding I did not think is boarding.
Secondarily, the one Dallas gets a goal on. How does JT Comfort know he's whacking him in with a broken stick there?
I don't think so.
You think it just happened that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because if you watch it in real time, you're talking about the entire sequence takes place in about a second and a half. And so he would have needed to have seen that the blade came off of his stick.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he extends it in front of him,
And then he drops it. Yeah.
I think he's seeing it as he's stick checking it and then dropping it as soon as it happens. And the ref is seeing 2 distinct events of the blade is off, he stick checks him, he's playing with a broken stick.
It's just so ingrained to the players. The minute that stick breaks, is you drop it. I mean,
Yeah.
you've done it your whole life, right? So it's just like, it's one of those things. The minute he saw it, he dropped it, but it was too late.
How much do you think that stick costs, Blaze?
Absolutely, way too much money for a hockey stick.
Sounds like you need to hit some more of your bets, buddy.
Yeah.
That's probably true, or have less children.
Hey, that Mikko goal helped. That Mikko goal helped
That's
you
true,
hit some bets.
That's true.
Look, I think part of the encouraging part is, you don't love the first period from Colorado, but they came out and they win the period, not because of some flukiness, not because of some nonsense, because Nathan MacKinnon's really good.
Yeah.
Well, and Mikko makes
Unbelievable.
the play that he makes in the corner.
To take that puck away and give it to Mac.
But
The vision on that.
also, if you're the Dallas Stars, you've built an entire game plan around hey, look, do everything you can to stop these guys.
Stop them, and you got to change.
If we still lose this game, shit happens.
Sure.
But stop these guys.
Yeah.
They
Fast
did
forward
not.
to the first period.
They didn't stop
Standing
the guys.
by himself.
In the high slot.
On the dead center of the net.
With enough time to let this puck slide to him fully teed.
Yeah. 7 feet from your goaltender. Center of the... nasty.
Yeah.
Whoops. And then... But also, I really do... That puck is rolling. And we have seen so many times guys flub that shot.
Yeah.
And Nathan MacKinnon gets friggin' all of it.
Yeah.
Every inch.
All of it. And drives that thing home.
It's not even... I think you see a lot of those rolling pucks. Goals get scored in the upper half of the net because it flies on a guy a little bit, but enough to stay in the net. MacKinnon puts that thing dead center
Yeah.
of that net.
Yeah.
Like, he was not messing around with that thing. And it's an interesting thing because I think all of us on this podcast aren't in love with Nathan MacKinnon's one-timer.
It's not great.
From that position, you will take it.
That ruled.
It's a whole lot different when you're in the middle of the ice compared to the top of the left circle. Put it that way.
It's just when they're forcing that one-timer.
Yeah, for sure. And
Like the goalie's reading it and he's getting over, and the only way Mac is scoring is if the guy either overplays it and it goes by the far shoulder, or he puts it perfectly up over that shoulder on the near side, and you're like,
yeah.
There's
brother,
a lot of
that's a hard shot.
Yeah, there's just a lot of tape on it, so goalies know what's coming.
Yep. And it's not Alex Ovechkin where the tape just don't matter.
Yeah. Blows it past.
Yeah. And look, I don't want to overstate this because I understand every night your best players need to be your best players.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at a team that's vulnerable, when you're looking at the team on a back-to-back, it's your best players that should be the ones that put the stake in the heart. It's those guys that should have the biggest advantage when it comes against a team like that. And Nathan MacKinnon was that tonight by every stretch of the imagination.
He set the tone, and he really, I mean, it could have been a lot worse for Dallas, to be honest. Like that could have been a 4-point night for him pretty easily. Because he was flying around humming. Honestly, a little better finish from Mikko Rantanen, and
dude could have hit 100 tonight.
yeah, straight up, like it was a real good night for Nathan MacKinnon.
And is our graphic ready? I assume it's not. Oh, it is ready.
Let's go. Let's go.
She's zooming tonight, fam. Look at that king. Look at him.
Lars Eller.
It's Lars Eller.
Damn it! I was so close.
I love Lars Eller. Can he adopt me already?
Has Lars Eller adopted Nathan MacKinnon? Is that what this graphic is saying?
I think the Avs might have adopted Dallas tonight, though.
Ooh. Pete DeBoer no longer daddy?
Yeah. Playoff daddy no more.
But genuinely, when you talk about superstar players, these are the nights that come to people's minds.
Yeah, absolutely. The Avs are lucky that they get to play like superstar roulette every night.
Sure.
And figure out which one is going to be the one that pops off. On a night where Cale McCarr...
she fixed it on the fly, Chad.
Offensively,
Nice.
Offensively, Cale McCarr does nothing for them tonight. But
Cale McCarr was not very good tonight.
it's all good
generally.
because
you got four other dudes.
Nathan MacKinnon does the job.
Yep.
And what you're getting at here is what gives us all so much confidence in this Colorado team. Is if that dude doesn't have it tonight, the next guy does. He doesn't have it, Mikko does. He doesn't have it, Bo does.
Yep.
He doesn't have it, Val's going off tonight.
And then if he doesn't have it, Devon Taves does. Good luck,
Heaven
everybody
forbid
else.
they get Gabe Landeskog back.
Yeah, good luck with that. His good games, obviously, were always
Big, to say the least.
Especially when you go
else.
back and you watch like the run to the cup stuff, and
Yeah.
you just see the big goals that he scores.
Scores the first goal of the Cup final.
Yeah. It's
Kind of a freebie, but he scores it.
someone's got to be
goal.
there.
Goal.
Yeah.
Goal's a goal.
Who's going to the net and putting pucks in? It's that guy.
Yep.
It's so easy to have so much confidence in this team because of things like that.
Yeah.
And I get it. Dallas is on a back-to-back. I get it. The Avs are
Totally.
supposed to win this game.
Yeah, but at the same time, all this conversation coming in was they have to win this game. They can't beat a good team. They got to blah, 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 blah. They do it. They put them away. They beat that team.
Yep. You can only play the team you're playing
to be honest,
on any given night.
They beat that team going away.
Yep. It was close for 45 seconds when you thought they got that 3-2 goal.
Yeah, and you started to tighten up a little bit, and it was okay. But then after that, not a whole lot happened until the goaltender got pulled, and the Avs outscored Dallas 2-1 with the goalie pulled.
Better than bad.
Yeah,
Put
exactly.
It that way.
So even in that situation, they get it done. You just get it done.
Yep.
And you're you're talking about a team tonight that just got the job done.
Yep.
They had to win.
They did win.
Whatever else happened outside of their game, whoever was going to win or going to lose, whatever. That was not in their control. What they could control was that the Dallas Stars were in Ball Arena tonight,
And they beat that team.
And the Avs took care of business. They get the win. They get the regulation win. They go to 96 points. They keep, because Minnesota, I don't know if they've lost yet.
They're
but
down
they're
3-1 with
3-1.
15 minutes left.
They might be on the way to losing in Vegas right now. And if that holds, you know,
have their own destiny
You
again.
are once again, you are 1 point behind in the division race again. And it went from, oh, well, they can't get it done to now they are right there again.
Yep.
Now they've got a couple of days off after this. They won game in 5 days. I think badly needed rest for them.
How many dudes are not 100% in that line?
Definitely, and I think you're looking at Kale McCarr and you're saying, hey, I don't know that there's a whole coincidence here between
Yeah.
him struggling and him playing through whatever he tweaked in Detroit.
So do you rest him with the knowing what the schedule's
No.
coming up?
You're not clinched.
Well, I think this is the perfect scenario. You don't want to rest him, but he's about to get 2 days off.
But you have an opponent in the San Jose Sharks that
No,
you can afford to rest him if you need to.
You are at the point in the season where there's no more freebies anymore. You go out and you win every night.
and I tell you, hey, if they clinch a postseason spot,
Sure, it becomes a conversation.
if they clinch a postseason spot and then they make the conscious decision,
to not go for first.
we don't care who we're going. We are prioritizing being healthy in game 1 of round 1 over whatever happens the rest is regular.
Yeah.
Let those teams scrap it out. If we happen to win those games and we win the division, joke's on them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're going to rest a couple of guys once they clinch a postseason spot. We're going to rest a couple, which I believe their magic number should be down to 2 or 3 now. It should be pretty close.
I think it's 3. Yeah.
I'd have to look. Nashville's the wrench that keeps messing me
did
up,
they play
so
tonight? I honestly
don't know.
So yeah.
But they are right on the verge of clinching a postseason berth, and once you do that, then I think you can start having the conversations. But no, I'm not doing it until that point.
All right.
Unless
all right.
you ask him, and it really is hey, I could really use the rest. I'll be back for the LA game.
You're right.
I hope you all are enjoying the bridal shower, but I don't need this Go Bruins stuff in my life. All right. I appreciate my godmother. I love her very much. Go Avs. All right. Calm down. Calm down with the Bruins stuff.
Yeah, where are you guys going? Maybe the second round this time?
Got him.
No respect for the President's Trophy winners. I watched them today, man, and they just would not lose to that Pens team. They
said no.
They just wouldn't do it, and it was really quite impressive. Where you're like, these guys have nothing to play for.
I mean, there's a lot of long time bad blood there. But
Yeah, but it's also like they didn't need that in any way, and Pittsburgh's desperate for it. They keep tying up the game.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh's like, could we just please go into overtime and get us one? And Boston's like, fuck you, get out of my building. And respect. Because that's exactly what Colorado did to Dallas tonight.
it is.
They said, F that, get out of my building.
We winning.
Just
Yeah.
get out. And that's exactly how you treat Dallas in that situation. It's not Colorado's fault. The schedule ended up being whatever it was. Great. Does not matter. They took care of business.
Can we do a poll in chat?
Yeah, let's do this.
Who's Shady Razor better?
Yeah, Blazes
AJ's
are
or Blaze?
Blazes or Tiffs because these are not mine.
I
just wear them.
That's true. You're not wrong. I'm partial to the blue. I'm not gonna lie. I like the blue polarization.
I also think that Tiff got better glasses.
Pick your favorite.
Shocking.
Chat. Either way, get yourself over to shadyrays.com. You can use the DNVR code. You buy a pair, you get a second pair. The whole deal's 50% off. That's essentially buy one, get one free at shadyrays.com with code DNVR. If you're local, they got a place in Park Meadows Mall you can go to in person. They have tons of shades. I'm going to be honest. Both of these shades are lame. Mine are way cooler, all right? The big dog, the 1980s wrestler
Baseball.
flair.
Oh,
I tell
yeah.
you what, if you walked in with a sport coat on where the sleeves are way too long, looking like Don Johnson, I would have given it to
Let's
you.
go, yeah.
I would have given it to you. I might have even bought you the cocaine to do on the show. I would have given it to you, but not otherwise, no.
You're definitely railing a line in those shades. I hope Shady Rays is cool with this.
I mean, we love Shady Rays.
We
man.
do.
I mean,
They genuine. Like,
they're the best.
I'm not saying drugs are cool, but I am saying you look cool in Shady Rays.
That's right. So whatever you do while you're wearing them, you look cool doing.
Exactly.
You look cool doing.
Exactly. Check them out, shadyrays.com. Use the DNVR code. The best part is, if you lose them, if you break them in the first 30 days, Shady Rays will replace them for completely free.
It's like those hockey sticks that are $379.
Yeah, but they don't cost anywhere near that much.
That's true. Very true.
You
That's
actually
awesome.
affordable sunglasses. Unlike, do you think, are there insurance policies on hockey sticks?
You get
think?
30 days.
30 days, really?
30 days.
So the first 30 days, you're just two-handing people left
Sure.
and right?
Sure. $379 over some guy's head? No.
Day 31 gets caught on the bench for an
Chad, I
one
promise
hour.
we've
Yeah,
already
yeah,
two
yeah.
shots.
Snaps in
They
half.
don't need more.
You're out of luck. Sorry.
It's where you're just doctoring the receipt.
Oh, back in the day, you used to be able to do it. You'd always get a free stick. Not anymore.
I love
They
Blaze.
caught on to it.
I worked at multiple places that had policies where it was like, oh, you don't need the receipt. It's fine.
Really?
Yeah. That changed very
I'm sure
quickly.
it did.
Also brought to you all by Fubo TV. Look, I don't know about you, Blaze. I know you got a VPN. You're tech savvy.
Yeah.
You're in the gang. AJ and I are tech savvy. I like to believe.
I also like to believe this.
I also have parents who are not tech savvy
Yeah.
at all. And as much as we hate the situation about trying to watch the Colorado Avalanche, trying to watch the Denver Nuggets in Colorado, right now the easiest way to do it is Fubo TV. When you jump on Fubo TV, you don't have to use a VPN. You don't have to go to any sketchy websites. You just turn it on, you go to altitude, you watch the game.
Yep.
It's the easiest way to do it. It's the most straightforward way to do it. I get it. You and me, we know how to go to the back channels, right? A lot of people don't. If you don't know how, Fubo is the way to get this game where you don't have to do all the funny stuff where you're trying to do some janky thing and then the stream's laggy and it's all this junk, right? Fubo TV, you can go there, FuboTV.com/DNVR. Let them know we sent you over there. And you can just watch hockey. It's so easy. I wish that the Avs were this easy to watch for everyone because I hate that the world that we're in. And Fubo TV is trying to fix that for us. So get over there, go on to Fubo TV, watch the Avs, watch them easily. If you're into other hockey too, they're doing the NCAA Frozen Four. They got that covered for you, where apparently the Avs get all of the real prospects from.
Yep.
So
And they give you a 7-day trial, which I'm in right now
there you go.
because
Blaze
I
got
wanted
the
to
in.
watch the Frozen 4, and I'm watching it. I'm probably going to sign up because the wife's at home. She hates doing all the VPN stuff. AJ, you heard me. We were talking because she couldn't log in and all that
Needed
stuff.
the password.
Yeah.
Needed the password, so I was like, you know what? I love watching the Nuggets. It's a lot harder to find the Nuggets on if you don't have altitude.
The Nuggets are tough.
Yeah.
The NBA TV
That's
and all
the
that.
true
yeah.
streaming glitch.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're back in the first.
Where'd the third quarter go?
third. I was in the third quarter. Now I'm back in the first.
All I'm saying is make your life easier. That's all Fubo TV does. Check them out at FuboTV.com/DNVR. You can sign up today. Your first month is 15% off with the going to the DNVR part of the website. So check it out. At least give it a try. I think a lot of people will really appreciate how easy it is to watch sports through Fubo. So jump on it. Second period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. You get into the second period of this game. First of all, how good does this feel for Logan O'Connor to get one to go?
Feels terrible, man. I bet he hates it.
Okay, bro.
You asked. No, man. I mean, it's well earned.
Yep.
You know, I think you look at the night that he had, and you're almost even a little disappointed that there wasn't more there, because he was heavily involved in some of the stuff that went down on your PK. He was a big part of some of the good stuff there, and obviously that second goal he gets in, it's a nice move. I can't believe he beats Jake Ottinger with it, but
Hey, don't apologize for your opponent being bad.
absolutely. That's why you
Right.
shoot pucks. It's literally like When he shot one to the chest later in the game, we were like, "There's LOC," but he got it, and it's you needed it.
Well,
you needed everything.
Here's the credit I want to give LOC. You said nice move. That's Miro Heiskanen, man.
Yeah.
That dude takes Miro Heiskanen to the cleaners, and sure, the shot isn't the best shot in the world.
No, man.
Onger stops that most of the time, but that opportunity doesn't exist in the first place if LOC doesn't play well enough to create it.
Yeah, and what you see is just it's a good example of the hockey smarts that LOC always has had, where he runs into problems is just that extra little bit of talent, that extra level of finish, that offensive flair. But you see the way that he turns Miro Heiskanen inside out. He sees he's got the advantage on him. Heiskanen with just a poor read and put himself in a poor position and got walked by Logan O'Connor. And if you're Dallas, you're looking at that the same way that we were looking at Colorado's best players the other day against Minnesota, saying,
You need better.
What are you mad at?
You need better.
You're mad at Miro Heiskanen and Jake Ottinger just let you down.
Yep.
Those are your guys. Those are the guys that you got to go down swinging with.
Yep.
LOC outplaying Miro Heiskanen and Jake Ottinger on the same goal. And that's a credit to LOC. But if you're Dallas, you're like, that shit can't happen.
Hard for Dallas to win if that's happening.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in a game that
matters as much as this one.
and
sure.
one that Nathan MacKinnon is rolling in, where you're like, we've already got the monsters unleashed. Like he's off the chain and we're chasing him around town now trying to figure this thing out. They got Logan O'Connor breaking down the door. Like, good Lord.
Nathan MacKinnon in a white Ford Bronco.
Yeah.
So you love. I think it's worth mentioning. Top to bottom in the Avs lineup. I think maybe the biggest part of this game for me is it got better as it went on.
Yeah.
Barring the penalties, which we'll get to in a minute. At 5-on-5, you saw Colorado progress through this game and take the steps that they needed to take against a team that you expected to run out of gas, right? So I do want to give the Avs credit, not just MacKinnon, not just the top line, but all four forward lines. Didn't love the Johnson pairing tonight, but the rest of the defense.
What I think is really important here to bring into this conversation, before the game, we agreed Dallas and Colorado, as currently constructed with current health,
Even on
the forward cores
Sam.
were pretty much even.
Yep.
Colorado's top line, Rodriguez, MacKinnon, Rantanen, won their matchup
Yep.
pretty handily. Colorado's second line with Newhook, Comfer, and Nichushkin, like you're less confident in this group,
Took care of business,
wins their matchup. Not handily, that's a little bit of back and forth.
but wins it.
You could make the argument breaks even.
And you will take that from that line.
And at worst, breaks even.
Yeah, you will take that every day.
Where you don't love is that your Cogliano, Darren Helm, Logan O'Connor line
Did not do so hot. So
gets beat up a little bit. And did not have... if you look at like LOC and Cogliano and those guys at 5v5, bad
Not
numbers
great.
tonight.
Sure.
Bad numbers. And... with what LOC did individually, you're like, who cares?
you live with
it's fine.
it. Yeah, right.
But what you do like is that your top two lines there, your top line ain't greedy, does work.
Yep.
But your second line, even though it does not score, and
It doesn't hurt you.
Nichushkin's obviously with the MC net goal, or he was not on the ice with those guys at
Right.
the time, but that's where your second line, if your second line is going to be that level of competitive without Landeskog and Lehkonen,
You're vibing.
that's Dallas.
Yeah.
Like, what's the team that scares you?
Exactly.
If your second line is going to be able to handle that. So that's a really encouraging result. And that's what you have to, that's one of the things that you like is JT Compher as 2C continues to just get you through this.
Do enough.
Yeah. If he at some point consistently fails in a postseason series, it will no doubt be a contributing factor to their season likely ending.
Yep.
But until that point, JT Compher is getting that job done.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the negative here. The Avs do end up giving up that goal in the second on the power play. It does feel like they let Dallas back into the game a little bit.
Well, and this is where you're frustrated with JT Compher because he takes 2 penalties.
And the second one was far worse than the first.
And the second one, yes, because you are that far away from your own net. But also, they've called you for 3.
You got to
At
do
the time,
something
you only had
egregious
one.
to get a fourth. Yeah.
Yeah, and so for you to be that lazy with your stick, it's just not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
You would like better than that, and it's
And that's like your only face-off guy next to Lars
Right.
Eller. It's like Lars Eller and JT Compher. You need those guys on the PK for your
and
face-offs.
you put them in the
to try
box, and it gets that much harder.
you take him out of that rotation, it does get harder.
And it was just a brain fart too from him. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
dumb.
it's not anywhere close to the puck.
Yeah.
It's just straight into the skates.
And
Yep.
200 feet away from the goal.
And this is the thing with this team this year. We've talked about the Mikko thing plenty. You look at someone like Andrew Cogliano. It's just a team that needs to find a little bit more discipline.
Yeah.
And I get it. There's going to be less calls in the playoffs. They're going to be a little bit more generous with things like that. But that tripping penalty from Compher is getting called every time.
Yep.
The ones like that you look at and you go, the Avs need to be better. They need to be more disciplined about things like that.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for reasons to dislike this game, I think that is one of them. I think the other side of it is, look, you need better from your third pairing. You cannot live in a world where you're concerned about that pairing falling apart every single night. And I'm not going to get too deep into it. Again, the Avs not only won this game, by the end of it, they ran away with it. So I don't want to be too critical of this, but you cannot watch the Johnsons fall apart every single night.
Yeah.
And you know, again, playoffs, ideally Josh Manson's back, but right now you have what you have and you need to get a little bit more out of them. That the second half of that second period was a little bit weird. The Avs give up that goal on the power play. You feel like Dallas is pushing a little bit. They're able to weather it. Let's start here. How do we feel about Alexander Georgiev in this game?
Thought he played a solid game. I don't see how you look at him and say that he didn't do anything but do his job.
Yeah, I agree. I have zero complaints from that guy. He gives up one real goal and then a second goal that really has no impact on the game.
Yeah.
You're not too worried about it. It's encouraging that the Avs have a guy who has consistently shown he can play well. For all of the guys, for all of the girls that worry about, oh, the Avs can't beat good teams.
Yeah.
Georgiev shows very, very well against a good team tonight. Yes, I get the context. I get it's on a back-to-back. You've seen enough consistency, or I've seen enough consistency out of Georgiev that I have confidence in that guy. That's where I'm at with it. Do we feel the same? Are there concerns there at all, or are you vibing?
No, I mean, until a guy does it in the postseason, you're always going to say, how does he do it in the postseason? But
You can't prove that until he's there, though.
yeah, the guy could only do what's right in front of him, and he continues to be stellar.
Yep.
Yeah, you look at, I mean, every goalie just has off games, right? And everyone freaks out about it because when it happens, it looks really bad. But also look at what he's accomplished this year. I mean, he is one of the top guys with shutouts. I mean, he's put up a lot of shutouts.
He has 5.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Is he still tied for first?
I don't know.
I don't know. At one point,
Probably
he was
not,
tied
man.
for
It's probably
I thought he was
first.
like third last time I looked, but yeah, whatever. I mean, that's awesome. Top of the league for that type of stuff. You just hope that consistency stays where, you know, you're not allowing 5 goals in.
Yeah,
especially
and
when
like
you get to
you'd
the
love for that
playoffs.
second goal to not get in, you know, especially another one from distance that gets tipped where it seems like
Those
that's-
just find his way in a little
they,
too often.
They seem
yeah.
to beat him a little more regularly than you're comfortable with, but also it's 4-1.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what?
And let's hold off on that part of the game for a little bit because I want to get back to the end of that second period. Yes, does Nathan MacKinnon get lucky? Absolutely.
Yeah.
That goal is a bit of nonsense. But conversion is there for Colorado when they need it to be. You play well enough, eventually you're going to get a bounce.
Yep.
Tip the cap, Nathan MacKinnon gets one there.
You got the bounce.
Yep.
It's fine. It is what it is. They got to bounce when that puck just found its way through.
Yep.
On their first goal. So, welcome to hockey.
You never changes.
You get a little bit lucky some nights, and what do you do with that luck? Do you make it count? Is that the difference in the game? I don't think it was. I think the Avs
were just better. They were just better. Yeah.
I don't think they dominated Dallas tonight, but I think they were the better team, and they continue to get better. And Dallas's legs were it was admirable the way that they fought through the third period, but after the disallowed goal, I felt like the Stars really, it was kind of done at that point.
Yep.
You don't blame them for that. You can understand where they're coming from. It's a tough spot to be in, and it was a late night last night. There's a lot of celebrating of goals. I'm sure they had a lot of things to talk about, but they had a tough task tonight. It got tougher when the Avs actually showed up and held up their end of the bargain, and this is the result that both teams earned.
Yep. Earned is the correct word I would go with tonight. Chat, we appreciate the 129 likes we're at right now. Something else we all like here, Illegal Pete's. Jump on it, 10 different locations in Colorado. Absolutely delicious burritos with all sorts of options. How's the Rapids game, yeah? Let's go.
What was the score? That was fun.
Anyway, don't... Unlike the Rapids, where there was no score, you go to Illegal Pete's and score some delicious burritos.
Oh.
Jump on that. You can get their burritos. They also have happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. A great place to pregame for the DNVR bar. There's one just a couple blocks down from us. Of course,
place to pregame for a 0-0 soccer game.
All right, there's there are hockey games going on. All I'm saying in the playoffs is when that starts rolling for Colorado, you get a little Illegal Pete's, you come down, get your seat at the bar, and I'm like, y'all who were here for the playoffs last season know it's hopping. So check them out. It's almost here.
Yaya's ready for a Stanley Cup playoff run.
He's ready.
I'm ready for bed.
No, you got a race to watch, Doug. You got a race to watch. Jump on it, get your Illegal Pete's. Once you come down to the bar, get your Breckenridge Brewery, the official beer of DNVR. We've got 8 different kinds on tap down here at the bar, but you can find it at your local liquor store anywhere in the United States. You got it all. Whatever you want. Look, obviously, I'm a fan of the Avalanche Amber. I'm a simple man. It's
good beer.
It's the only good amber left on the market. I don't understand why all the other ambers left, but Avalanche is the way to go if you like an amber. If you don't, Palisade Peach. It's spring. Based on today's weather was strawberry sky weather. I'm not going to lie to you.
Mm-hmm. Temperature driven.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
If you want something heavier, a vanilla porter, they got you covered. Everything from Breck Brew. Check them out at breckbrew.com today. Go get yourself some delicious stuff. Third period of the DNVR Avalanche Podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. We were not believers.
Well said.
We were not believers in the challenge.
Wait, real quick. Has anybody talked about
What? Oh yeah, we called them out on the dad shorts for sure.
Yeah, they're fucking gorgeous, dude.
I mean, yeah, we know Blaze
The
is an
calves
animal.
or my shorts?
Your calves.
No, thank you.
Your calves are fucking.
Yaya's drunk, chat.
Yeah.
I'm fucked up. Let's go.
Is Jared Bednar a genius, or did Jared Bednar get lucky on this challenge?
Yep.
Both?
I think the line between madness and genius
Very thin.
is extremely blurry.
I mean, it
It took big balls to do what he did.
exactly. That's what we were talking about at the moment, right? Because you get that wrong, they have that goal. It's a 1-goal game. They go right back onto the power play, and that's an awful feeling. But yeah, they saw something there. I thought it was pretty weak. I didn't think that the refs would side with them. But that is goalie interference.
Well, and you do worry if they allow that goal. What kind of precedent does it allow that you can just drive a defender into a goalie and be like,
slam him in?
I hit the defender. What?
Yeah,
It's not my fault.
Yeah.
So I felt like, hey, for the sake of not opening up Pandora's box, It's a good call. It's an easy call. In hindsight, it makes a lot of sense. It was more of in the moment. Are they really going to call goaltender interference because Logan O'Connor is the guy that interferes with Alexander Georgiev?
Right.
So I felt like when you consider precedent and consider once they make that call, teams can look at that and say this is how they're going to call it. Let's try and find ways to use this. They shut that down tonight, and for that, I think you can just say that's a great job by the Avs coaching staff being willing to look at that and have the conversation and say we are willing to live with the consequences if this is incorrect.
Yep.
And that took big balls to do.
I'm
so
sure.
Credit to them for having big balls.
I'm sure Peter DeBoer is probably talking about it in his presser and whining.
Yeah, I mean he's a crier, so
Yeah. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about instead. It's incredible how thin the margins are between two good teams, right? The Avs get a good bounce on the power play goal at the end of the second. The Avs get a challenge that goes their way, and this game just feels over. At that point.
Yeah, I mean, think about. It's funny to. This is the first game that came to mind, but think about the second game of the season in Calgary.
Yeah.
Where they have an open net in a 2-1 game.
And they don't finish.
And a chance to make it 2-2, and they don't capitalize, and it turns into a game that gets away from them.
Yep.
That's the NHL for you. Like, you have to work so hard to create chances for yourself. If you don't cash in on them, or in the case of the goaltender interference, you get that thing pulled off the board.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hard. And emotionally, that's tough to come back from because 3-2, let's go, boys. We're one shot out. We're 8 minutes to go. We've got time. We've been the masters at this all year. We've got this in the bag. We'll just keep believing. We'll just keep working. We got this. We can do this.
You have to go get that goal again.
Yeah, and then when that goal gets wiped off the board, we're right back to where we were, and now we have to try and recreate the quality situation that we were just in, and they're not able to do it.
And look, the Avs take care of business. They don't give up that next goal again. Dallas pulls the goalie early, and the Avs put it in the empty net to make no doubt about it. Dallas does get a late goal on a power play. Doesn't matter. The goal, it just did not matter in this hockey game. You get Mikko to 49 with the airmail empty netter for 5-2. MacKinnon's up to 97 points.
Not even the best part of that play was Mikko.
You're not wrong.
The
You're
best
not
part
wrong.
of it is absolutely Alexander Georgiev getting up out of the stance, maybe trying to give that
Sending
thing
it,
a whirl.
yeah. Would have been way cooler than Mikko's 49th. Would have put it that way. But the Avs take care of business, and it's 4-1 now for Vegas. It's certainly looking like by the end of tonight, the Avs will once again control their own destiny at the end of the game.
Awesome.
So the Avs are right there. They're right back in it. They're
Well, a lot
ready
can
to
change
go.
in 3 days, huh?
It's crazy, man.
It
It's
went
crazy.
from they can't beat good teams, they keep blowing a chance, which they can't handle the chance to. It was their second shot at it. Like that was it. It wasn't like they were 0 for 5 or whatever.
Right.
It was their second chance at it, and so all of a sudden, like they're scared of first place. They can't get over the hump. Like what?
All right, we got a bunch of super chats to get to. We appreciate you all so very much.
Wow, that is a lot.
$2 from Vaguely Sober with the Sweaty Boys, who says Sam Malinsky from Jason Poland down with the Colorado Eagles.
Man, did that team need an influx of talent?
No, particularly the defense.
Yeah,
Ooh, boy.
that they needed a little bit of help,
Yeah.
and to see all those guys show up for the Eagles is like, hell yeah,
Let's go.
Right before their playoff run, good. Greg Cronin's got a fun challenge on his hands trying to make it work.
Suit all that in together. $5 from Broker, who
Getting
says
Brad Hunt back too.
I just hit a $10 parlay to win $250. Mac first goal,
Nice.
Mikko anytime goal, Avs win, game total over 6.5. That's
Wow.
the juice.
Wow.
The juice right there.
Loving those empty net goals.
Yeah, no kidding.
He thought it was dead in the water, and then that Mikko one tied the whole thing together.
Mikko to
Well,
get it
and
over
Dallas's
the
goal.
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
To get him to pull
that-
again.
It
Yeah.
all
He is
came
gonna-
together.
He's got a surf and turf night ahead of him.
$5 from Candlejack, who says 150 feet, bar down ski, empty netter to get 500 career points. Had me feeling some type of way. I mean, we've said it before, but Mikko's on his way to a Hall of Fame career.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's on his way, man. He's legit. There's no two ways around the moose right now. Thank you for the 5. The incredible Drew with another $20 saying, so Mikko will get 50, Mac will get 100. Real question is, with 7 games left, can Mikko get 8 more points to also hit 100?
Would help with my prediction. My 50 goals included a 100-point season.
There you
so I'm
go.
like, come on, buddy.
A couple more on the table for your predictions.
Couple more.
right there.
I mean, he gets 4 more goals after that.
I mean, why not get 54 and tie Joe?
Yeah.
All right. I'm here for it. I don't know if he gets there.
Joe signs his checks.
He gets to 53 and Joe's like, stop.
Yeah. Walks in and he's like, Mikko, scratched.
He's benched.
Saving him for the playoffs. Yeah.
That would be
Joe
so
gives
funny.
a shit.
$5 from Melanie, who says, go Avalanche. That's all I have for tonight. It's just that easy
They
sometimes,
listen.
isn't it? Yeah.
She said go Avalanche, and they went and did the thing.
Bang. $2 from Kevin, who says, great game all around. Good guys win. When the Avs are at their best, it does feel very businesslike, doesn't
Yeah.
it? They go out there, they do what they have to do, and they're done, and they're on to the next one. It's a lot what tonight felt like, I think. $2 from Degro, who says 500-point Mikko, congrats. 500, hopefully less than half of his career total. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. Should be right around that point.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty wild. $20 from KO, who says Georgiev is elite.
He spams this in the chat all the time like he gets any argument. Nobody ever pushes back.
Yeah.
This is agreed upon in these parts of the internet.
As people say, Georgiev, please.
True.
And then $2 from Kevin, who says, what's the best Breckenridge beer?
Depends on what you're after.
Absolutely.
If I wanna nurse a beer and just hang out at the bar and chat with friends, it's a vanilla porter. If I'm out in the summer and you're hanging out and it's a picnic, it's a strawberry sky. If I'm watching an Avs game, it's the Avalanche.
3 great choices. If it's Christmas, they got their Christmas ale. All right.
And if in season, the Palisade Peach
Yep.
is delicious.
Yeah.
Like, there's just a lot of good beers there.
And that's the secret to Breckenridge Brewery is they have a beer for everybody. Like, oh, I don't like beer. Okay, neither does AJ, and he has found a few.
Yeah.
Even he can find a few Breck brews to drink.
Yep.
So it's out there. You can find one. Give them a try. I promise you'll like one of them at very least. All right. Rapids got a show to do. We got a race to watch. Any final thoughts on tonight's game, boys?
I'm gonna race home now.
Yeah, you got to
Ooh.
zoom back for
Zoom,
for the
zoom.
lights.
For the zoom zooms.
Blaze, you good?
I'm good.
All right. We appreciate all y'all hanging out with us tonight. We are off tomorrow and Monday, taking a couple days.
Yep. We have a 4-game slate this
Yeah,
next week.
It's a busy one, so we're gonna get our 2 days off, and then, boy, it's just race to the playoffs, and then the playoffs from there, not it? We appreciate all y'all.
Lights out and away they go.
There it is. Thank you, Crofty. We will be back on Tuesday.
The results of the poll.
Yes.
Blaze actually is crushing.
Wow.
Blaze
Too many
is
dads in the chat. Confirmed.
Blaze is at 50%. I'm at 31, and then yours are at 19.
Wow.
Do they don't even know what mine look. I'll wear them.
We just described them, and they were
Yeah,
like,
all right. You'll
lines
see-
of Coke? That sounds sick.
My bad.
20% druggies. Got it. We love y'all, for real. And we will see you guys on Tuesday.